Now let us try writing some code, and let's say after navigating to the website, I want to get the title of the page. So if I call the method that is driver dot get title. So get title is the method which will actually going to get the title of the current page, right? Now this method is responsible for getting the title but not printing the title. So how we going to print the title will be saying something like system out print ln. So to print anything in Java, we do system out print ln, and we keep this thing inside system out print ln. So if I run this thing now, it will again going to launch the Firefox browser, will navigate to the website, and will actually going to print the title of that page. So let's wait. Yep. So it's navigated and the title is printed over here. Right. Now we can do manipulations with this title as well. If I want to find the length of this title, or if I want to store this title somewhere. So instead of printing it, I can also store it into some variable. Let's say I write title is equal to this, right? And what will be the type in which we're gonna store? So normally the titles are stored in string format only, like the data type should be string. But what if instead of returning value that we got a value something like this? Now, if the value is not this, if the value is something like some numbers, then what would be the return type? Will it be int? It will always be string. It will never be int. I mean, whenever you are getting the title, the data type will always be string. Why? Because whosoever developer has created this get title method, if you mouse over onto this, it returns you a string. So whatever that method returns you need to store it into that particular thing. If let's say a method returns instead of string, it is written as ABC, you will need to give that data type, the type as ABC only, right? Now what is string? We know that string is a class, right? So if in case you want to print the length of this title, that method WebDriver will not going to provide you. So that method will be provided by string class, that is the Java internal class. So Java will going to give you that method. If you say title dot, one of the method is length. So this is a string class method, right? So in order to print the length, you'll put it inside system out println. If in case you want to print the title as well, you can simply put this title inside it. And after this, after the length is printed, the title is printed, you want to quit the browser, you want to close the browser, you will say driver dot close. This will close the current browser window, right? Now I can also use driver dot quit, and this will also close the current browser window. Then what is the difference between close or quit? Close will close the current browser only. Quit will kill the entire session. It will close current browser plus all related browsers. All related browsers in the same session. Same session means if there are browsers opened earlier prior to the current session, let's say there were other Firefox browsers as well open, it will not going to close that. It will only going to close the browser which is launched in the current session. Any tab, any pop-up, any separate window that is opened, if you say driver.quit, it will kill all those windows. It will kill the entire session. It will close all browser windows. Whereas if you say driver.close, it will going to close the window on which your current focus is. So if you are on the third window, there you say driver.close, it will close the third window. And if you are on the first window and then you say driver.close, it will close the first window. right? So if there are three windows open, if you say driver.close, it will going to close only one window. So if I save this and run this again, so it will go and it will close the browser window. Okay, then we got some exception as well. So the exception is something related to browser close over here. See, if I comment out this quit part and if I say driver.close, see, the browser.close works absolutely fine, right? But if I give both at the same time, close and quit, see, then it throws some exception, right? So this is a known issue. This is a known issue. If in case you comment out the close part as well, and if you run it now, and you can see there is no issue. Right, so this is the issue only with the Firefox browser, the latest Mozilla like Gecko driver. So the Gecko driver implementation is not complete right now. If in case you go to the Selenium main website, that is seleniumhu.org, and if you go to download, over here, if you look at the Gecko driver version, so the latest version is still 0.24, right? It is not yet 1. Whereas if you look at the implementation of Chrome driver, it is already on 2.45, right? So there are little bit challenges with like Firefox browser. So although most of the thing works fine, but you may gonna see these sort of issues with Firefox, specifically when working with Firefox. But rest of the thing, functionality wise, it is working fine. If you try to run the same code on Chrome browser, so say Chrome driver equal to new Chrome driver, and change this to .chrome driver .setup, import it and run this. I'm gonna see this thing will gonna work absolutely fine on Chrome. See, it worked absolutely fine. The title length is this, and this is the title that it printed. Right. So on other browsers, these things are working fine. Just with Firefox, there are minor issues which are still known, right? So you need not to worry about it. Rest functionality wise, automation wise, everything is working fine on latest Firefox browsers, right? Now, another important thing to discuss is, like, if you look at this statement, I've written something like Chrome driver equal to new Chrome driver. Now, instead of writing this, we generally write WebDriver equal to new Chrome driver and import WebDriver. So WebDriver is imported through selenium.webdriver. Now, what WebDriver is? Chrome driver is a class, and if you look over here, WebDriver is basically an interface, right? Now, why this WebDriver equal to new Chrome driver? Why not Chrome driver equal to new Chrome driver? When all the tasks can be done using Chrome driver as well. Why we have defined the type as an interface over here? If I run this thing now, it will again gonna work in the same way. There is no change in the execution. Just that we have changed the type. See, everything worked absolutely fine. No issues at all. Right. Now, prior to this, if I was using Chrome driver as well, right, we have called a couple of methods. Just see, we have called a method get, we have called a method get title, close, quit, right? So all these methods should belong to Chrome driver class. Now, if we take a look at the Chrome driver class in the Java document, see, these are very important concept to understand. So just watch it carefully. If I go to download and if I go to Java document, so let's say we started with Chrome driver. So we should be able to see all these methods inside Chrome driver class, right? So this is class. If you go down, you'll find, see, all implemented interfaces. So these are all interfaces, right, in which WebDriver is one of the interface which is implemented in this Chrome driver class. So Chrome driver implements WebDriver and all other interfaces as well, and Chrome driver extends remote WebDriver. So remote WebDriver is like a parent class of this Chrome driver, right? So this is how we actually going to read the Java document. If you go down, you'll find something called as a constructor summary. So this is constructor summary. This is the default constructor that gets called and it launches a browser. Then there are other constructors as well. We're going to talk about it later in the course. If I go down, this is the method summary. So the method that we just called, get title and get, close and quit, we should be able to see these methods over here. Oh, we don't find any such method over here. Then where the methods are coming from? So these methods are not there directly inside the Chrome driver class. These methods are actually defined inside the parent class, that is remote WebDriver. So if you go down, you're gonna find the method close, right? Close the current window, quitting the browser if it is the last window currently open, right? Then if you go down, we call a method get, loads a new web page in the current browser window. We call a method get title, gets the title of the current page. So all the methods you're going to find it inside the remote WebDriver class, right? But how you going to follow this Java document? The first point of contact in this Java document will be your WebDriver interface, right? Like I have written WebDriver driver equal to new Chrome driver. So what this WebDriver is, this WebDriver is basically an interface. If you go down over here, you'll find WebDriver written in italic. So anything in italic is an interface. If you go down, this is WebDriver. So all your methods, all your method summary that we gonna call the initial part, everything, the first point of contact should be this WebDriver interface. See, implementing classes, Chrome driver, Edge driver, Firefox driver, right? All the browser classes are there. If you go down, this is one of the super interface, search context, right? Although we never look at it, but this is just for your knowledge. If someone asks you which is the topmost root of WebDriver, the topmost interface, that is search context. So WebDriver interface extends search context interface, right? If you click on this, this is an interface as well, right? This is the topmost hierarchy. If you go down, you're gonna find method summary. So all the methods start from here. See close, see get title. So this should be your very first point of contact. Any method that you want to call, you should first look at that method over here. And then this WebDriver interface will actually going to help you in navigating in these classes, right? So how that thing will be done, and sometime it will be very much clear, right? And sometime you should be habitual of using this Java document, because all the information related to WebDriver is present inside this Java document only, right? Now the another important question comes is, when I can achieve everything using Chrome driver equal to new Chrome driver, then why we are writing WebDriver driver equal to new Chrome driver? why we are making things complex, what is the need of this interface, right? That is what we'll be learning it in our next session, right? So our next video we're going to talk about what exactly is WebDriver driver equal to, new Chrome driver or new Firefox driver or new Internet Explorer driver. All right.